As you guys just seen, I may have just made the craziest 7'4" stretch big on NBA 2K26. If you guys want this build, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe for me. And yeah, anyway, let me quit yapping and let's go ahead and get right into this build. Alright, so if you guys are wanting to make this 7'4" stretch, this is what you're going to want to do, right? None of this matters. None of this matters at all. But the thing that you need to do is you need to make sure the build is a center and you want to go 7'4" on your stretch. Trust me, you guys are going to think, oh, Dev, that might be too tall. Am I going to be too slow? Am I even going to be able to shoot? Trust me, if you guys put on my animations, my jump shot, and make this build, you guys will not have no problems shooting the ball. Shit, you won't even get contested. But anyway, what you need to do on the weight, you're going to need to go 230 on the weight, right? You're going to go minimum weight. And the reason I go minimum weight is because you want that 62 speed and agility, the 47 agility. You want to be as fast as you can so that you can move around on the 3-point line and be able to get open, right? On the wingspan, now this is the one thing that I will say about this build. When you call it a Victor Wembanyama build, right? Most people would think Wemby's got super long arms, right? Well, if you guys are really wanting to make a build that's similar to Wemby, you can't really go max wingspan, in my personal opinion, or it's not really going to be a stretch, right? Wemby can shoot the lights out of the ball. So for that, we kind of had to make the sacrifice, and you're going to go 7'4" on the wingspan, right? That's going to bring your midi up to a 90, which is actually insane. You're going to have an 89.3. You're literally going to have better shooting stats than some of the guards out here on the 6'8s. They have no chance of guarding you on the 3-point line. Let's go ahead and get in here. So for the close shot, well, I personally went on the close shot, right? Even though you're a stretch, you can low-key mix it up on this build, right? You don't just have to sit on the 3-point line and chuck threes. You can get in that bag. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go 92 on the close shot, right? I'm going to show you guys why you need to go 92. So right here, you take it to 92 on the close shot. That is going to give you Paint Prodigy on gold, Hook Specialist on silver, and Float Game, which is insane. Hook Specialist, you can plus 2 that if you guys want. You're going to be able to get to the Hall of Fame. Hook shots are going to be broken. For the driving layup, I didn't touch this. You're huge. I don't really see you guys running in and doing Euros or anything like that. Even though Wemby can do that, I don't really see this build being effective at doing that, right? So I didn't even touch it. But for the dunk, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go 73 on the driving dunk. The reason we go for that is because you're going to end up getting bronze posterizer. So you're going to be able to dunk on people, and yeah, you just kind of need that badge. For the standing dunk, I stopped at 90, right? And one thing about this build, you guys are going to think, 90, isn't that kind of low? No, not at all. Trust me. With cap breakers, you guys are going to put your cap breakers on this, and you're going to be able to get to 95, which is actually insane for this build. The post control, what you want to do on the post control, you want to take your post control all the way up to an 87 on the post control. The reason you want to do post control is because look at all the badges that we just got. You got Hook Specialist on gold, Post Up Poet on silver. You're going to eventually get Post Fade Phenom. You guys will see that in a second. Unpluckable on silver, which plucks aren't even really a problem this year, especially since they took away animation plucks, but it's still just a nice badge to have, right? Anyway, let's get on to the shooting. For your mid-range, what I did is I went ahead and maxed this out, right? That's going to give you guys Post Fade Phenom on Hall of Fame. So if you guys are a player that likes to play rec or park and you like to be able to get in that post and kind of shoot turnarounds and hop shots and insane shots, you're definitely going to be able to do that on this build, right? So what you're going to want to do for your 3-pointer, you're going to want to take your 3 to an 89.3. Now 89.3 on a 7'4", this allows you to be able to get basically every single 7-foot plus jump shot in the game. So you can literally, it's unlimited on what you guys want, right? And you're going to be able to shoot the lights out. Like, no one's going to be able to contest you. You're 7'4". Like, guys, you don't understand. I am 7'4", I have 7'1", 7'2", 7'3", even other 7'4s low-key struggle to guard this build. Like, this build's insane. But anyway, getting off the shooting, as you guys see all the badges down there, you're going to want to take your free throw to a 74. And the reason I went 74, you guys might be thinking, Dev, isn't that kind of low? I don't want to be able to be consistent. Trust me, if you guys put on a free throw that you like and you master it, you're going to be able to shoot from the free throw line consistently. I literally don't miss free throws on this build. 74 is a great budget free throw. You could save on that a lot. I went 71 on the pass act. The reason I went 71 on the pass act and not higher is because you can +2 your break starter if you're playing 5s, or +1 it. And low key, pass act this year, you really don't need crazy pass act this year. I'm throwing steamers on the break in 5s in rec, and it's getting clean catches to my shooters. What I did on the ball handle is I went ahead and took this to a 65, and I took my speed with ball to max, right? Because you want to be as fast as possible. You're a stretch. You kind of want to be, you want to be able to get mixy, right? But anyway, for the defense. Now, one thing I will say is I kind of went a little lower on the defense personally, but the reason I did that, right, is because I'm 7'4". You have all that height. You're huge. I really don't see a point in ODing it and going super, super high on the interior. Because this year, if you don't have good defense positioning, it really doesn't matter what your rating is. So it's not really that big of a deal, right? So for the interior, I went 75 on the interior. And I'll show you guys here in a second the reason why I went 75. But for your perimeter, I went ahead and I went 50. Now, this is kind of low, but you're 7'4". There's not really much you can do. Even if you boost it up, there's no point really in boosting it up. You're not going to get challenger. You're too tall. So you kind of just have to use your height to be able to play in between defenders. For my steal, I didn't even worry about upgrading my steal at all. There's no point. You can't get interceptor. I just don't see a point in upgrading the steal, right? For the block, now this is a big important thing that you want. If you want that Wemby type of build, you want to be able to get chase downs, you want to be able to get snatch blocks, you need to go 84 on the block. 84 is going to give you paint patroller on silver. You're going to be able to get high flying denier. Both of those badges mixed in with being 7'4" is actually freaking insane. Trust me. For your rebounding, what I did on the rebounding is I went max on the rebounding for D-board, which is going to be 85. That's going to allow you to get gold box out beast and silver rebound chaser. You don't really need too much higher than that because you're 7'4". You're literally huge. You're already basically at the rim. No one's grabbing over me like that if I box out correctly. With that, you want to be able to put your O board to an 80. I budgeted on that, and I maxed out my speed so you can be as fast as possible when dexing. You want to max out your agility, and for your strength, I went ahead and I went 80 on my strength. Right, that's a budget strength. Boom. Gives you 4 new takeovers with that. As you guys can see down there at the bottom, it's going up and down. So I went 80. That gives you 4 different takeovers that you guys can pick and choose from. There's a bunch of different ones you can use on this build. You get shooting takeover, which is actually crazy for a 7'4". For my vertical, now I went 72 on the vert, right? And I still have a few attributes that you can just throw on whatever. But the 72 vert, you're going to get high flying denier on bronze, right? You're going to get gold rise up, which, I mean, that's insane on a 7'4". Like, no one's stopping you in the paint, especially if you're a standing dunk, meter dunk. And if you get those cap breakers and you're able to put it to 95, which is going to give you Hall of Fame, you can +1 that, and then you're going to have legend rise up. Like, you're literally a post scorer that is a stretch. You're a post scoring stretch on this build. No one's going to be able to stop you on offense at all. Like, it's just impossible. But you guys can kind of choose whatever you want to do with the rest of these attributes. Personally, I would just throw it on pass act if you guys want. Be able to get that to probably a 75. Or if you guys want, you could throw it on your free throw. This is going to allow you to be able to shoot a little bit more consistent if you guys are worried about that. Personally, I'm not really worried about it. I'm a good shooter. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to throw the rest of this on pass act. You can get to a 76. And then, shoot, just throw it on free throw. Let's see what we can get to. We can get to a 78. So yeah, as you guys see, this is my stretch build. This is what I'm playing on. And all the clips that you guys just seen, I mean, you seen what I was doing to people on this build. You see all those other TikToks of people shooting over people. I mean, this build is just insane. But anyway, you guys, let's see the shades. You get Porzingis, you get Wembanyama, and you get Marc Gasol. Your archetype, you're going to be a crafty 3-level scoring cleaner. So anyway, if you guys like this build, let me know down in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe and like for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.